welcome once again to Working for Scale, Episode 7.
Brought to you by Marvel Legends, featuring Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, marvel at it, and marvel at the fact that this party.
Marvelously Miss Maisel?
No, marvel,
Marvelous.
marvel as the party has actually made some progress.
Don't be surprised.
And what progress has the party performed?
So last time we did our due diligence, did some research. We hit the library, researching things that we had found out about the case. We went to Conley with some of our findings, and he sort of pointed us in the direction of the treatment facility. They wanted a warrant, so we went and got a warrant in order for them to talk to us. And we also used that warrant to speak with the employer. And all of this basically led us back to the house, to Matthew and Cecilia. And basically, Phineas, we were able to question him, and he basically stated that his parents were trying to kill him.
Very dramatic.
Indeed. And that is where we return. I mean it. They're trying to kill me.
I want to look at Matthew and Cecilia. Like, what is their reaction to this news?
They look stunned. They are both looking at him. They are both looking back at all of you. And they are taking a step back, but they are stunned to silence.
Do you mean your guardians or your parents?
I
Ooh,
mean
wow.
those two right there.
Oh, okay.
I was set up. They are trying to make me look crazy, and then they'll off me the first chance they get.
Could I attempt to gauge?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I think I just rolled that.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he seems sincere in his statement. And they seem genuinely surprised that he is saying this. You don't see either of them kind of acting in any sort of off-kilter way.
I will say to him, well, if they're trying to kill you, why haven't they done it already?
Excuse me? Shouldn't you be arresting them?
Well, of course, but they're not going anywhere, right?
You're going
Do
to
they look
leave
like-
me in this house after I have made this announcement. I'm not safe here.
What if we took you into protective custody?
I don't like that. I didn't do anything wrong. They're the ones trying to kill me.
Well, we have to... Okay. So we would need, like, actual reason, or would it be enough for us to arrest him just on what he just said?
This is like the same thing as if I walked down the street and I yelled at a cop like, this person's trying to kill me. And that you don't have a gun, you don't have a knife, you don't have any sort of threatening thing. The cop would attempt to de-escalate the situation, but there's not a lot they can do if there's not actually some kind of problem in the circumstance.
So I would say to Phineas, we want to help you. It's just, we need evidence that they're doing this. We need time to gather that evidence.
So that's just it. You leave me here with these soon-to-be murderers to die.
Well, what if we take you to see Mr. Conley, and then we get to the bottom
Conley's
of what
in
they're-
on it. That's why I can't talk to him anymore. He's a part of the whole thing.
How did you discover this?
I figured it out. I'm smart enough.
Did you
So-
find any sort of notes or anything that...
I can hear their whispers. I hear what they're saying. I get it. I know what they really mean. They're all gonna get a big payday, aren't they?
Sorry, what were you
Big
going to say?
payday if you die?
Yes, they get everything. They get all of it. Conley gets his cut. They get their cut. I get nothing because I'm dead.
What whispers have you heard them say?
Chatter about when everything's all said and done. That we're very close now. It'll all be over soon.
Specific?
Of course not specifics. If you're planning to murder someone, you don't speak in specifics.
Well, how do you know it's murder and not something else?
What else would you speak of?
When the guardianship is over, you know, they might do something else with their lives, right?
Guardianship is over. Huh. At this rate, it's never gonna happen. Every day, it's another meeting, another test, another thing I've got to learn. What nonsense. I'm never gonna be finished with this. They know it. They don't believe I can finish it. Better to finish me first. It's at this point that, hold on, I don't have my notes up, but, I believe his name was Michael, will speak up. Why is my,
Is Sam going to shower yet?
not yet.
Okay, because the bath mat is in the dryer, which is finished.
Okay. Sorry, Matthew will speak up. Son, I don't know what's going on, but I would never, ever want to harm you. I care deeply about you, and I believe that what we've made here is something very special. That's nonsense. You don't mean that. You don't mean that at all. I know the truth. I'm not as dumb as you all think I am.
What if we got someone to come and question them and under like a zone of truth or something? Would that be enough to...
I work in magic. I know the way that people can trick the systems. Lying in a zone of truth is quite easy. I say we dissect their mind. If we get into it, we can get all the data, and I can prove to you. It's a very simple operation.
I don't know how that works.
This is where Cecilia will speak up. They're not doing that to me. I'm not having any of that. This is more your government attempts to control. What have you been putting in my boy's brain? This is you all, isn't it? Now he suddenly wants to have us all get our brains fed into the machine?
We don't want anybody's brains fed into the machine, ma'am. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Of course, you all come around and suddenly brain machines are all the happening craze.
I've never even seen a brain machine or knew of its
out
existence.
of character. When aren't brain machines the craze?
I heard all about them. Word's been passing around the street lately. They've been using magic to spy on our minds with this new arcana stuff they've been doing. Scary stuff.
Well, I assure you that we have nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Phineas will speak up again. Well, if you're not going to do anything about it, I'll get some people who really will. I'll take this to the media.
We want to help you, but we have to act on the evidence that we have.
Yes.
Now, just by you making that accusation, don't you think that it would look a little suspicious if you suddenly died after you said they were trying to kill you? So do you think that they're really going to try that after you just accused them publicly?
He stops and thinks for a second. And with that, can I get a either bluff or diplomacy? Very good. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, do your investigation, and I expect that you'll find that they're intending to kill me. Since under the
stay with us.
Since under the estate, this is considered the estate's property, and I am the purveyor of the estate, then I fully consent to any search that you wish to conduct on the premises. Cecilia looks pissed at his statement. Matthew seems unbothered, unperturbed by it. And Cecilia will storm off, knocking something over as she does so, just to get some stress out.
So I would say at this point, then I would go into, evidence collecting mode. So I would be, which way is their room?
Matthew will guide you to their room. And yeah, anybody who wants can tell me where they want to search and give me a perception check.
I want to search like any sort of like drawers, like if they have like underwear or just clothing drawers, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I will go along with Narissa. I feel like it would be good to have at least a couple of us in searching each place.
Okay.
So, if y'all are gonna do Matthew's room, Matthew and Cecilia's room, right?
That's where we're starting.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Are there any bookcases or anything with secret that we could check for secret passages?
Sure. You can search. There are a couple of bookshelves. You can give me a perception on those. And what is Frey doing?
Can I ask Phineas a question?
Sure, absolutely.
23.
Have you seen any fox-related things outside recently?
No. No foxes. That'd be a weird thing around here, wouldn't it?
You'd think that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So, Narissa and Eli, you are searching the bedroom. And Narissa, while searching the room, you will find that in one of the dresser drawers, there's like a false bottom. And you can push it back a little ways. And inside you can see almost like a small treasure trove of various things. There's like some what look like bolts, like from a crossbow. There are a few different like feathers of various birds. Some like tails from a couple of creatures that have been taxidermied that are there. And then like there is this small patch of kind of orangish red hair that lays off to one side.
Does it look like the hair that we found by the tree?
Give me a knowledge nature check if you have any ranks.
Let me see if I have any ranks.
If not, you'll have to bring it to somebody who does.
Right.
Did you say you do, Eli?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not either. So I guess I will send it, or I will go look, or I'll go show Al.
Yeah. Well, Al is checking the bookcases. Al, you will not happen across anything that is a secret door. but you will happen across a very interesting book that on the inside has a lock to it.
Has a
And
what to it?
it has it's like a secret book inside. There's a page that you flip, and it's like at the middle of the page, and there's actually a lockbox on the inside. But it is locked.
Intriguing.
Al is not sure when you bring out the fur what the fur is.
I
Some
also
kind
have
of
knowledge
fur.
of nature, if you
Okay.
want to bring it to me.
I will take it to Frey.
Yeah, Frey, that does look like fox and fur.
I'll inform them of that.
All right. I don't know what to do with that exactly, but I guess
I mean, well, we can ask them about it when we're done searching.
true.
All right, what are each of you doing next?
I would ask if there's like an office or a study.
No. The building is not big enough to have that. So there are the 2 bedrooms, a dining/kitchen area, and the living space.
Did we fully explore the bedroom?
Yes.
So
I guess
Up the bed to see if it, it had a secret passage underneath that leads to the evil lair.
I guess I would also check the kitchen, maybe for poisons or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Let me get my perception here.
What about the rest of you?
Should we check his bedroom?
Marissa. Yeah, we should check everywhere.
Well, who's checking the bedroom then?
I'm gonna check in the bedroom.
All right.
Perception, right?
Yeah. And then what is Frey doing?
I'll check around other parts of the living room.
Okay. Give me a perception. Eli and Narissa, with those checks, you will most certainly find poison. It is rat poison. At least what you would know to be poison that people typically buy to kill rats. Aside from that, the
Is it
pantry...
open or new?
It is... you would need to have a either a craft alchemy or a poison use ability, which I don't think any of you do.
No, I was thinking like I don't know if bottles would have like a seal or something where it was clearly had been opened.
No, they're not sealed, just corked.
I was just gonna say, is it like labeled "Feed to Sun"?
But it looks like it's full.
It looks like it has some use out of it, maybe, because it's not to the top, but it's also not like largely empty.
But nothing else of note in the kitchen.
Yes.
Is it
That's pretty
just the,
circumstantial.
is it just the 3 of them that live there, or is there a
It is
cook?
just the 3 of them.
Okay.
Al, you were checking the bedroom?
Yeah.
Just thinking for a second here.
I'm lucky I found the bedroom with that 11. Like, oh, this is the bedroom.
As you're searching the bedroom, you'll kind of walk over and you'll notice this small globe that's sitting there, and you will reach out and touch it, and I will need a will save from you.
Ooh. I joined a cult.
No, you just failed against the trap. Yeah. You, reach out. Oh, damn. Thank you, John. And the answer to your question, by the way, John, is yes. You can reach out and touch when you reach out and touch the globe, you will feel something sort of stab in the back of your head.
Ooch.
And then you will pass out. To which all of
pass
you,
out, like, is it going to be a loud noise that we hear?
you'll hear a thud come from the bedroom.
Okay. I'll go.
And it's at that point that Phineas will shake his head. He touched the globe. Don't touch other people's programming.
What happened?
He'll be asleep for a little while. You can wake him, I'm sure.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine.
That's good, because in my notes I almost just wrote he passes away instead of passes out. Whoops.
And Frey, you'll find nothing else in the living room of any interest.
After a long battle of an indecipherable, inconsistent accent, I'll bark up past the room.
I think just since I have generally pretty good perception, I will probably search areas of the house that other people have already searched, just, you know, in case I might pick up on something they miss. So I will also search the bedroom.
Okay.
Yes, John, this is advertising expenses.
Go ahead and give me a perception as you both come in. I thought both of you coming in, Narissa and Eli.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Let's see. I've gone back to one screen. It's very sad.
Yeah. It
No
is
horror.
rough.
Me too.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
That is the
Sorry.
wrong thing.
That.
Please roll the correct thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So Eli, you are looking about, and I think Narissa is a little more focused on making sure that Al is okay. Eli, you are looking about, kind of looking around the desk area, looking around things, and something catches your eye that is definitely amiss. There are fabrics of different things lying about, some clothes sprawled all over the place. The room is kind of messy. It's like definitely the room of somebody who is often, I don't know, maybe focused on other things, doesn't really have the time to do the day-to-day.
Prioritize cleaning up.
Correct. But what's strange is amongst like dirt and other things, you notice there are pieces of hair amongst some of the dirt and other things. And
there's dirt in his room? Like,
yeah, like
geez.
he doesn't clean his boots properly when he walks into the room. And when you lean down, they are little red, reddish orange colored hairs.
Same as, or similar at least, to the ones we saw in the drawer.
Similar.
I will show them to Frey and say, does this also look like fox hair?
Might. It's close enough to the one that probably, but you're guessing a little bit here because you're not entirely sure. It's kind of like dirty and it could just be tinted wrong because of the dirt, or hard to say.
It's very possible.
Just not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Anything else I find in the bedroom?
No.
Okay, let's see. You said there's the 2 bedrooms, the kitchen. Is there a living room of some kind?
Yeah, and Frey searched that.
Yeah, I want to search it too.
Okay.
Just to be thorough.
Oh, geez. I
thought I might find
that is
something else.
really good. Eli, you
I
will
solved the mystery.
search the table. And as you're searching the table, you'll kind of like bump into, there's like a couple of books that are there and you're kind of bump into them a little bit and notice that one of them is stiffer than you expect.
Sorry, is this the living room or the dining room?
The living room. The dining room is part of the kitchen. And you'll pick up the book. And on the inside of this book, there is also another lockbox.
In all of this, have we found any sort of keys?
No.
Okay, I want to go back into the kitchen and see if there's like maybe a junk drawer or something like that.
There is nothing. There were no keys in the drawers.
Okay, there was no
Can we
keys.
ask Phineas? I want to ask him if he has keys and would open these for us.
He says he does not have any keys to those.
So I don't have the checkbox for disabled device, but I have ability in it. So can I?
You have a rank in it?
I don't have rank.
If you don't have a rank in it, you cannot use disable device.
Darn. Okay. Does anyone have an ability to try and open these? Otherwise, we may want to bring them with us.
I actually would like to keep searching for potential keys. Since I wasn't looking for keys in the bedroom, Matthew and Cecilia's bedroom before, could I try looking for keys there?
Hold on one sec.
Okay.
Hey Sam, before you take a shower, we need to put down a bath mat. So can you, or take a bath? We need to put down a bath mat. So you can wait a few minutes. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you want to check the bedroom again for keys?
Yes.
Okay, there are no keys in the bedroom. You searched the bedroom very thoroughly and found no keys.
Okay.
Any other thoughts?
I want to ask the Matthew and Cecilia if they would open these for us.
Matthew will look at you very confused. And Cecilia is refusing to engage with either of you.
He'll look at me confused, but what does he say?
He's just looking at you confused. He doesn't say anything.
Hey, little girl.
She's on my lap right now.
So I suggest we
yes or
take
no? I'm
these
not
with
sure.
us if we don't find them, so we can try and have someone else open them.
This is Phineas's family's home, right?
Yes.
So these might not even belong to them. As in, like, the Guardians.
Well, no, it's not his family's home. They're living, the way that they're living here on the money that his family provides. So he has rights over where he's living, when he's living, because they don't pay for it.
But it's not like the house he grew up in with his parents.
Right, and because they technically qualify as his guardians, well, he can give you guys permission to search the place because he is legally an adult. It's not like he can tell them to leave because he doesn't have legal rights to the ownership of the estate. So it's like a weird, I can't get them one way, but I can definitely get them another way. That's why he's not like ask them to leave. He's not saying like get out of my house, even though they're living under money that is his money until like everything is all straightened out. So it's a very kind of weird, specific niche case.
So
these
this
are
could also
theoretically
be
still
his.
the Guardians.
Sorry. What?
The boxes are them theoretically still the Guardians.
Yes.
I was going to say, so this could also be a way for him to basically evict them. If he could accuse them to try and get them out of the house.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
So
I'd like to ask Phineas another question.
Sure.
When did you first start hearing them talk about this?
I started noticing it a couple of weeks ago. It became more significant recently that I've noticed it. Talk about it a lot now.
Huh.
is Al awake yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to confer with the others and suggest maybe we bring all three of them down. We can have Phineas give a statement, and at least hold Cecilia and Matthew, seeing if we can also at the same time get those boxes open, the box and the book.
You don't have any evidence. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we did find a crossbow and red hair, and we found red hair in
You found a bolt, not a crossbow.
a bolt. Oh, a bolt. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So we found ammunition and red hair.
It ain't
and-
illegal to have ammunition.
Well, but we also found red hair in Phineas's room.
Hair is hair. I don't know who he's been
Either
bringing
of
in his
them
room.
have red hair.
No. I don't know who he's been bringing in his room and how he's been getting them in here.
But why would there be red hair with your ammunition?
I don't have any ammunition. That's Matthew's stuff. He's the one's a hunter.
Matthew. Oh, duh. The halfling is a hunter?
I was. Used to do it from time to time. Go out. Track down a few animals here and there. You're right. I keep collections of some of the things that I've captured, or some of the things that I took down, or occasionally the ones that get away.
And who does the cooking? Does Cecilia cook what you...
I haven't
Hunt?
brought home a catch in a long time. I haven't hunted in years now.
Did the things that we find, were they covered in dust?
No, they are not covered in dust.
So either he's dusting them because he's proud of them, or it's not been that long.
Perhaps. Either one of those could be
Perhaps.
true.
Yeah. And what about the living conditions here? Have you been having problems with pests?
Now, you know there's been rat problems all around these parts. We keep asking you to get people out here to deal with it. But of course, government doesn't want to do anything about it. They pretend there's no pest problem, that it's all under control. But there are
So I am a little
big
hunter
rats.
scout. Does this crossbow look like it's been recently used? Are these recent? like,
There's no crossbow,
There's
there's
no
just a
crossbow,
bolt. There's
Or
a
just a
single bolt.
Okay. And then there's feathers and fur,
Yes.
which I keep.
And a
fairly
few
low.
tails, and a few taxidermied tails.
I'm gonna go like you, and you just don't eat the tails. Weird.
No, I
Anyway.
keep the tails.
Did any of the tails look like foxtails?
No. Various other animals, but no fox.
Yet my people are barbarians. We'd eat that tail.
Look, I'm not judging you for what you and your people do. I don't think you're barbaric.
It is strange that
Fights
none of
go
your
fine.
neighbors mentioned any rat problems when we spoke with them.
No, they're too busy mentioning the children. They all care about the kids making noise. I'd rather the kids be making noise in the streets than doing something else elsewhere. Did you hear about some of the stuff that's been hitting the streets? There are kids out there taking harlot suites to spend extra time with each other. That is not appropriate. I would much
Doing
rather
what?
them be riding their little discs up and down the street. They're not hurting anybody. But no, everybody's worried about the noise. Nobody's worried about the rats eating all the bread. I can't
Did you
keep
say
a loaf for a
harlot
week.
sweets?
Yeah. They're like little candy things that you put in your mouth. Makes your voice and other oral things a little bit nicer.
Do I know about this as a character?
No.
Are they illegal?
They're illegal for for people qualified as younger to be using.
Okay.
And there is, as of late, a minor drug issue going on amongst some groupings of the younger crowd.
Okay.
They weren't so expensive, I'd get my own disc. Right up and all around here.
I'm laughing out of character. Anyway, I'm not laughing in character.
Where is my hoverboard?
Why do you think Phineas thinks that you're trying to kill him?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Did you know that before he said it today?
Never come up.
I'm gonna do a gauge check.
Yeah, doesn't seem to know what you're talking anything about it.
Oh, that was a shitty check. No thanks, Narissa. So you'd be willing to cooperate then with the investigation to try and get this resolved?
I'm fully willing to cooperate in whatever way I need to.
Then can you open these locked books for us?
I don't know how to get into them. They're not mine.
Whose are they?
He looks at Cecilia since she's the only one who hasn't said anything about them. And Cecilia just stands there with her hands crossed over her chest. Or their arms crossed over her chest.
Cecilia, will you open these?
Why?
To help us understand what's going on here.
You just want to dig in other people's personal property so you can find out the juiciest gossip you can.
Oh, I have no interest in gossip.
She does seem really annoyed.
We're gonna have to have these broken into if you won't open them, and I don't want to damage
Typical.
property.
Typical destruction of property from all of you because you can't get your way.
Well, that's why I figured I would ask you first, so if you could open it and show it to us, that way we wouldn't have to damage your books.
And
if it were me, I would.
What happens with what you find out? You gonna end up sharing it with everybody?
Not unless legally necessary.
You promise?
We'll sign a non-disclosure agreement.
She'll walk over. That don't mean anything from none of you. She'll walk over and she'll unlock the top one. I trust you. And she's looking at you, Eli.
Okay, so she opens one of them?
She opens one of them. This one is the one from the bookshelf.
Ooh.
What do I see in it?
On the inside are a bunch of letters.
From whom? To whom?
If you read the letters, you're gonna read the letters?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I gonna die?
Nope. One moment here.
Glad Narissa's laughing at my pending death.
I was just thinking about a TPK from House Traps.
They're from a person that goes by the name of Ankur John.
Wait, John?
Ankurjain, but
that would be Ankur Jane, but
is it Jane? I thought it was pronounced John.
No, Jane.
Okay.
It's like the religion, Jainism.
Gotcha. But then yes.
From Ankur Jane.
Yes. And these appear to be love letters.
And to whom?
To Cecilia.
How recent do they seem to be? Like, are there any dates?
There are. Let me check. Hold on. My dice. They're there. Let's use real dice for this one. There are dates. Some of them are very recent, within the last couple of days. You done?
Is there any reference to Phineas?
No references to Phineas. There are references to Matthew,
What
and
does
how
it say about
he
Matthew?
cannot wait till everything is over so that they can be together.
Cecilia, I have some questions. Do you want to talk about this privately?
She like furrows her brow, but she'll nod.
We can go into I don't know, the kitchen or somewhere further away.
She'll lead you over to the bedroom so that it's as private as she can get it, and then close the door.
So the rest of us don't know what's in these letters because we haven't read them, right?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to continue with the investigation in other places with Matthew, just kind of blithely unaware. What is there any place we have not hit?
No, you've gone through all the rooms. It's a very small place.
Is Phineas in the room still?
Yeah, Phineas is still in the room.
What was so we've established that for a while you believe that your guardians have been trying to remove you from the picture,
Yes,
so that they may claim the inheritance,
of course.
and you don't have a specific date or incident that you first noticed this.
Not been tracking dates. I noticed it a while ago, and it's become more clear as every day has passed.
All right, hunter to hunter talk. What's your preferred weapon for catching game?
Matthew will reply, the crossbow. I find it relatively easy. I assume that you're, and he looks over from him. You look like a spear guy.
I would say guilty as charged.
Friend of mine was a spear guy as well. Very good at it too. I feel sometimes like he did a better job at times catching than I could. But he had the legs for it, I tell you. And he like looks down and like pats his short little legs. I wasn't chasing after much.
Yeah, the spear is a chaser's weapon, and if you really want to catch a good boar, the spear is the way to go.
Yes, I don't know how many times I frivolously shot bolts into a boar just to watch it race off into the sunset. As if it had just been victorious over a larger foe. Just felt so small.
Pretty resistant.
Alright, Eli, you head into the room. Alright, what do I gotta try to prove?
I was just wondering, who is this person?
Why?
To give context for these letters?
Was that any of your business?
It helps me understand what's going on.
Look, okay, it's just a fun little
Are you
thing.
and Matthew splitting up?
No, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Could that be what Phineas has been overhearing when you guys talk about it being all over and once it's done?
No. We think he's we've really thought he's been on the right track. We really thought he was going to finish treatment and everything was going to be better.
That's what you meant when you said when it's all done?
It's the only reason I would say anything like that.
Are you in love with Encore Jane?
He's fun and I like the attention.
Is he your lover?
You've read the letters. What do you think?
Seems like it. Does Matthew not know?
I couldn't bear to tell him. It's just... For the last couple of years, Matthew's been very focused on so many other things. Sometimes I feel like I'm invisible.
What has he been focused on?
Work, miscellaneous projects that he says are going to help him do better at work. But that doesn't seem to be where this is going. It's always more. No progress.
What do you mean more and more and more? I just wanted an overall check on
Yeah,
if I feel like she's being genuine and truthful.
She seems very very open with you. A little bit hesitant, but very open.
Does Phineas know about Ankur?
No. When I go see Ankur, it is when the two of them are out doing work. And aside from the occasional letter that gets dropped off when he knows it's safe, there isn't much else that they know, or that they would have even a chance to see.
I appreciate you sharing about this. Is the other book yours as well?
It is, but I would rather it not get opened.
What's in it?
A few hundred gold.
Why do you want it to not be opened? I won't take it. Can you open it just with me here so I see it?
She looks at you rather nervously.
I won't take it.
Give me a charisma check, because I don't think you have any ranks in diplomacy or bluff, right?
Hold on. I don't have diplomacy. I do have bluff.
Okay.
But it's... yeah.
Give me a bluff. She'll reach over and unlock
I'm not
it.
bluffing.
What you're doing is you're like kind of smooth talking this. You're trying to keep... yeah. So she'll lean over and unlock it, and sure enough, inside there's a variety of coins and gems.
Can I feel around just to make sure I don't detect any like hidden bottom or like?
Yeah, there's no false bottom or anything like that you can tell. You can clearly feel to the bottom, and it's at about the same level as the bottom of the book.
Thank you. Why did you not want to open this?
She'll close it and lock it. I haven't decided what I'm doing with it. Some of these are gifts that I've been given by Ankur. Some of them is money I've been putting aside for a rainy day. Matthew's not always the best with money. When he finds out we have a surplus, he sometimes wants to buy something a little nice, and I've been keeping money kind of safe and secure as best I can.
I want to do another games check on that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a new one?
Yeah. Yeah. Seems to be on the up and up.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think would be helpful for us to know that you would prefer sharing privately?
No, I think this is all. Just please don't tell the rest of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
By the way, do you know why Phineas might be thinking that you all would kill him? Where do you think that's coming from?
I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with that hair you found in his room. If he got a new girlfriend, I mean, I know girls make some boys crazy.
But you haven't seen him with anyone. You haven't seen any signs of...
He's a very private boy. He keeps a lot of stuff from us. Matthew's only recently been starting to get through to him, but it's mostly work talk more than anything else. They finally have a little bit of crossover in their jobs, and the two of them have been going back and forth, and I just kind of feel lost as well.
If there's anything else that you think of that might be helpful for us to know, please feel free to reach out to me.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go
Shall we?
Out into the other room.
Yes, we can go back out into a little break. Shortly.
Back into Hunter talk. Yeah, I'm not a big...
All right. Eli and Cecilia make their way out of the bedroom and back into the living area. Well, that it? We done here?
What do you think, gang? I'm not satisfied in any way, but, we're kind of at an impasse, right? Now I'm using chess terms. We're kind of at an impasse. What is our gambit?
I'll look at Eli. Was there anything incriminating in the boxes?
Mm-mm. Nothing useful.
Do I pick up on that subtle clue?
Give me a gauge.
Yeah.
What subtle clue did I give?
Just let him make a gauge. I want to see if he botches it. He does not. You know that there's no subtle clue there.
Okay.
I was hoping for the botch, and then I could give him
I know,
all kinds of weird
because-
innuendo.
Yeah, because it'd be like, huh? There was nothing in there, but you went out of the room. How very strange. I mean, would it...
I want my
Denise,
life
would you
to.
like to... Go ahead.
I want life to get back into order now.
May we check around the outside of the property?
I can't stop you. He's the one who gave you permission. She's gonna sit down in one of the chairs.
Okay, let's do a more thorough walk. I'll bring Debobe. I'll let Debobe outside and do some sniffing around. Because it's not good to bring your hyena into people's house.
Mhm. So basically, they've all said that they don't know about the fox and they don't know where this hair came from, right?
That's correct.
Are there obvious signs of rat infestation?
None of you have really looked around for that. That wasn't something that came up, but you all didn't do heavy searching around the area. You searched pretty specific spots.
Yeah, I'd like to do some heavy searching around the area just to eliminate
Sure.
that.
Give me a few perception checks.
My friend
or
would like to
even-
search for rats, but
Or
for a different
even,
reason.
I'll give any of you that have it a knowledge nature check, if you prefer. Okay. So Frey, with that knowledge nature, you'll know there's a house here that has a ton of cats. Cats attract rodents indirectly. I think it's cat urine or cat fecal matter, has a chemical in it that attracts them. And so it would not be uncommon for that person that has cats to potentially be causing some of this to be more prevalent. And as you guys are searching, you will notice that there are definitely signs that there are rodents in the area.
Now, this is the most important question. Does my friend find some delicious signs of rodents?
If by the fact you mean most of them will eat just about anything, including the droppings of other animals, then yes.
Yeah,
Yuck.
it is a wild animal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
still have
Debobe should
delicate
roll.
sensibilities.
Debobe should roll in the excrement to
No, gross.
No, it's a cool day. Doesn't need that.
really. Well,
But yeah, nothing else that you guys find looking around there.
No evidence of foxes.
No.
Foxidents, if you will. Do you
well,
think we should...
I would like to confer with everybody outside. Not necessarily where Matthew and Cecilia can hear us.
Okay.
And basically, I'm going to say, I don't really see evidence of them plotting to kill Phineas. I'm taking Eli at his word. I think that Eli has probably been very thorough, with the private questioning. The only really, I'm going to say, circumstantial thing that we can see is that there was the bolt with the hair, and then there's hair also in Phineas's room, but that would just basically mean we need to take Matthew in. Possibly, but it's really circumstantial. There is something going on with a fox, but we don't know what.
I think it would also be good. Did anyone ask Phineas about this treatment yet?
I have
No,
not.
and I am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I've just said I have not asked him about that.
So here's my thought about Phineas. It's a hostile crowd. He seems to be very convinced. You know, would it be better if we like took him out for like lunch and kind of buttered him up and, you know, did the real detective work and, you know what I mean? Not like we're not doing detective work, but kind of like got him to let his guard down a little because he's a little intense.
Should we
You know.
ask him about the potential fox hair we found in this room?
Did we ask him about that? I don't think we did.
No, and
I
we
think
could.
we asked him if he had seen any foxes, or we asked him something like that.
Yeah, it was if we'd seen any foxes outside.
We could at least see what his reaction would be when asked about the hair. We don't know for sure that is fox hair.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, though, just to get him somewhere away from here and see if we can chat with him, if he might be a little less stressed.
If TV interrogation has taught me anything, we need to ask him a lot of rapid fire questions and then sneak in the most obvious question. That way they'll blurt out the answer. So I'm sure that works real well in real life.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so how do we want to approach this? Do we want to like pull Phineas outside and kind of question him out of the earshot of his guardians? That way he's a little bit potentially more relaxed, and ask him about the fox fur. And
We could even offer to take him to our meeting room. If we wanted to get a little space from the Guardians.
oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
You're allowed to bring people into there, right?
Sure. It can be used as an interrogation room. But yeah,
But we want this to be amiable. I
Well-
mean, we don't want to like tie him down, beat him up, and then demand to know
You're
how he
not
knows.
stable.
no, Phineas
okay?
will agree to go with you and discuss things with you in private.
Isn't that how things are done? And then when they don't answer, you toss them off the roof of the precinct.
No, Stabler, stop it. We told you no more tossing people off the roof. So then, a season later, you can shoot them in the back while they're running away.
Yes.
Yeah, but you guys, Phineas will agree. He is agreeable to going with you. And you can get him alone in your private little conference room.
We got snacks or beverages?
No, you can get him water or whatever.
Would you like a water?
No, thank you.
Coffee?
No.
Mr. Pibb?
I prefer Pib
I demand
Extra.
you put that in your world, Steve. Mr.
I prefer Pib Extra.
Pibb. Extra. Lord. I can't even imagine.
It's actually not bad. It's not Dr. Pepper, but it's
What's
not bad.
extra about it?
I don't know what's extra about it. It's just called Pib Extra. Here, actually,
Because it was
let's tangent for just a second. This is good info for people to have. So, Pib Extra.
Oh my god, this is not good info for
It
anybody
is. It's
to
the
have.
no,
important
everybody
info.
needs to know about this. Yeah.
So, it's the reformulation of Mr. Pibb. It has several variants, and it has a subtle cherry undertone.
Variants? Is this fucking Omicron?
Yes. But it was first introduced as Peppo. But then they got
Peppo?
sued and had to change their name to Mr. Pibb. Yeah, because it was supposed to compete with Dr. Pepper. But yeah, it has a more cinnamon and cherry flavor than Dr. Pepper. So anyway, that's Pibb and then regular Mr. Pibb. Anyway. Back to the game.
No one gained any value from this.
No, I am actually on the Mr. Pibb history page because Peppo just
Peppo.
yeah.
All
I know.
right. Well, we're here to talk. So you believe me then? You're gonna take care of this.
We're absolutely going to investigate. We have to figure out what's going on. It sounds like this must be very stressful and scary for you.
It has been. Very much so.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'd like to just be able to move on with my life.
How has your relationship been with your guardians before now?
Fine. Mostly the same as it always was. Dad,
What was it like?
Matthew kept asking me a lot of work stuff, and it was nice getting to talk to him about what I do and what he does. A lot of weird overlap in our industries. I was rather surprised.
Did that seem suspicious at all?
No.
Do we know what Matthew does for a living, guys?
I don't believe so.
What does Matthew do for a living, Phineas?
Matthew is in securities transportation.
Right,
Oh,
we
that's
did
right.
that.
He did. We did know that, yeah.
Okay.
Have
Why
you
do
ever
you-
gone hunting with Matthew?
No, hunting's not my thing. Very, very dull. Not much to do.
I'm just going to ignore that completely.
I'll just sort of follow up and say, I imagine it would be dull if you're not doing it for purposes of survival, if you're just doing it for sport.
I don't think that would be interesting either. It takes so long to wait for something, and then you have a few minutes of getting it, and then you wait again. Bizarre.
Maybe so. So, just to kind of establish a rapport here, how are you feeling?
A little nervous, but I'm okay.
What do you think changed if you had had an okay relationship with your guardians before?
I wonder if maybe they just don't trust that I'm able to finish this, or maybe they just realized it's easier to just take me out of the picture instead of keeping me in.
What makes you think they're so motivated by money?
I mean, that's why they're doing this in the first place, isn't it?
I don't know.
Why most people do most of the things they do.
But why would they have waited until now and to make this plot?
Because up until then, it all seemed like it was successful. But it's taken so long. It's been so many years now.
What do you mean it was successful?
It hasn't been successful yet. It should have been successful by now.
What is it being successful?
Me being successful.
You mean because you haven't gotten approved to go out on your own?
Yes. So they haven't gotten their payout. So they're stuck with just the stipend.
Oh, they get a payout when you graduate.
Oh.
Yes.
Is it more? Do you know how much it is, like compared to the stipend?
A lot. They get it
So
all at
in-
once instead of what they're getting now, which is enough to cover the essentials. And they can bring on another one like me.
Had they had any guardians before you?
Yes.
Did they successfully graduate from their guardianship?
Their other
They
people
died.
didn't have any sort of restrictions like that.
Hmm.
They all moved on successfully. It was very easy. I've been their most difficult child, person, whatever.
Can you tell us about the treatment you're receiving?
No,
You don't want to, or you're not able to?
I'm not allowed to. I follow the contract.
Do you feel like it's helping you move towards success?
I think so. But nobody else seems to. Nobody else is telling me that I'm doing well.
How deep do you think the conspiracy goes? Do you think it's just with
It's
your
not
guardians?
a conspiracy. It's what's happening.
Well, I'm just saying, if, for instance, your guardians were plotting with your attorney, that would be a conspiracy. Not in a negative connotative way, but in a literal, they are conspiring together.
Well, if they were going to kill me, they would have to be approved by Mr. Ashworth, or by Cillian. So, I mean, they've got to be working with him. It only makes sense.
The thing that I'm confused about is, if they're plotting all of this, why would Cillian send us to question you? Why would he call attention to it?
Because I stopped talking to him and I realized it. If I stop talking, they don't get anything. Nobody gets anything. The estate just reverts to the secondary. All the money will get donated off to a series of charitable organizations.
Oh, so you wouldn't get any either?
No. Well, I mean, if I'm dead, I definitely don't.
No, but I mean, what if you just stopped talking to Conley?
Then yeah, I get nothing. But I have my job, and my job will cover me well. I could start a life, have a family. It'd be nice.
So you'd be okay not getting the estate?
I'm
Problem
indifferent
is-
either way.
The problem is, I thought that if you stopped talking to Conley, you also would be taken into custody.
That's only for a small period of time. And I would be able to prove easily that I am not in breach of my agreement deliberately.
How would you be able to prove it? If you have evidence, then we can hopefully...
I would find the evidence I need to prove it. I have the tools. I would get it when things started to fall apart.
With that brain machine you were talking about.
No. I'm a lot more resourceful than that. You really want to know?
I do.
I do, yeah.
Your parents are real jerks, aren't they? Your parents are miserable people.
I won't deny that.
I was like, no, my parents are pretty great.
I don't know if that's something just of your kind, but it doesn't seem that way and he looks to Frey some others that are a little more in the absentee variety. Anyone else want to play the game?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you like it out there on the plains? Was it?
It's a mixed bag. I'm not gonna lie.
And that creature that you talked to claims it knows a lot.
I'm very fond of. Well, I am very fond of the Sphinx.
I don't know why. Most of what I've discovered is that those things tend to be just full of shit, to be quite honest. They claim they know a whole lot, and most of them don't know anything about anything.
Wow. I mean, he's in his middle 20s, right? That's correct?
He's what the equivalent would be
Like
in Elven.
80s or 90s, I thought.
Yeah, okay, so I said, I know as an elf you've been in around longer than me, but, I wouldn't go around necessarily, assuming the worst, but you have been around longer than me.
Look,
Is
when you
there-
have a wild person, and you have a farmer, and you have a pair of dragon kids, what could I expect than you to be questioning me? I can get the answers I need if you don't. If that if you can keep me from getting killed, everything will fall into place. I just need a little bit more time, and I'll have it.
So what do you want us to do for you?
I just need to stay alive.
How much longer do you need?
I don't know. Days. I've got more time. Just until it all runs out.
Is there anybody else that you believe is in on this plot?
Nobody else needs to be. But we've got it all worked out.
Who's we?
I've got it all worked out.
Intriguing.
I want to do a gauge check, but
Sure.
it'll take me just a second.
Yeah, I mean, Eli, you pick up very clearly that was not a slip of the tongue. Nerissa, I mean, people sometimes slip up and say that from time to time because he's in a group of people. He could be assuming all of you.
So we were saying I knew that he did mean we.
Yes.
What is your plan to figure this out, Phineas?
Just have to get to the rest of the information. Once I find it, they've got it somewhere. Somebody's written something down. Somebody's put something in their notes somewhere. On the Imaginette, I'll find it.
Do you want to stay in protective custody?
I should be fine. You're right. They wouldn't dare take the move to kill me now. It'd be too direct, too obvious. Everybody would lose even worse. Just put it all on the record. That's all I need. And then I'll be able to start my new life. A better life.
Do you know anyone who has red hair?
What a weird question. No?
What about red fur?
No. What?
We found some red hair in the hunting trophy drawer of Matthew.
Okay, whatever he's hunted before is none of my concern. Why are you asking me about hair?
Because we also found red hair in your room.
Somebody's been sneaking into my room?
I just wondered if
don't
he had any sort of associates that had red hair, perhaps.
No.
I'm gauging on
Sure.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be sincere.
Well, we can try and, investigate what we can on our end. It sounds like you've got everything well in hand.
Yes. Everything for my new life will work out perfectly.
Your new life.
What will your new life be?
I'm going to get my own home. I'm doing well enough I can afford one. I'll have a nice little family. It'll be pleasant.
Do you have anyone in mind for your family?
Maybe.
Do you have a partner?
Not per se, no.
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't have anybody that I would call mine.
Are you dating someone?
I'm not dating anyone.
Are you sleeping with somebody?
When you ask that question, you notice that he kind of like gets a
Ooh.
little awkward and uncomfortable and blushes a bit. I sort of, but not. I don't know what you mean by sleeping with.
Having sex with.
No.
Blush.
No.
What else would sleeping with mean?
I mean, they could just be
Having
laying in your bed.
sleepovers? Oh, are you having sleepovers with someone? It's okay to tell us.
I mean, there's somebody that comes in and they'll sit on my bed. And they
What do they
seem
look
like they
like?
like me. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Can you describe them to us?
They have long golden hair. They have beautiful green eyes, as green as the leaves of the trees. They wear a long flowing dress. They're always so happy to see me, so excited.
What's their name?
I don't know if I should say that. She didn't want me to talk about it.
We're
She's
not
very
gonna tell
shy.
anyone.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with this.
Well, we would like to, make sure that they're safe as well.
I
if they're-
don't trust you. I think that I'm gonna need more than just words here. I need some kind of role
Diplomacy.
to go along with it. Unfortunately, 2 of you have talked so far.
I'm just here to
I'm gonna
listen.
do a bluff check. Since that's the closest I have.
Sure. Let me. One moment here. I think this is enough. No, I know how this works. You ask these questions in order to try to go interrogate people that I care about. They have nothing to do with this. Why don't we just leave them out of it?
Can you just tell us a little bit more? How did you meet them?
I think I'm done with this. All of you are being very, very inquisitive about things that are none of your business. You're very unfriendly.
I'm sorry we're making you uncomfortable. We're just trying to help.
One little thing slip.
Is
Well,
there something we can tell you that would make you more comfortable?
I don't think either of you could
Is there a secret about us you want to know?
care about your secrets.
Who's offering?
So salty.
I understand that all of you have your roles to fill and you just have to get things done. But I don't want to get other people in any trouble. And it seems like all I'm getting is you two just asking me for trouble.
we just want to protect you and the people you care about.
I'm not interested in speaking to either of the 2 of you.
Okay, well maybe you'll want to speak with one of the other people in our group.
You don't seem to want to speak?
Can't help that.
Huh. I'm not sure what to do with this guy and his reticence other than like hang around in the middle of the night and try to.
Oh, if that's all, I'm leaving. Not in custody.
Anything?
No,
Greg?
you're free to go.
He'll walk to the door and head out.
I thought you guys were. I'm gonna say I thought you guys were really establishing a good rapport with them. I don't understand what happened.
I'm just not eloquent like I need to be. I'll do better.
No, I don't think that it's you at all. I think we hit something. This golden-haired person, Sister Golden Hair Surprise.
Well, this has been a long day for all of you. So you can rest up, think about things, and start the day anew tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess so. So the person said that he came to his bed in the middle of the night and sat on the edge of it?
I don't know if he said middle of the night. He said it wasn't someone he was sleeping with, but she or they come and sit on his bed. Do we think this is like a mythical creature, maybe?
I was thinking somebody... I don't trust this cult thing or whatever it is he's involved with.
A treatment group, you mean?
Yeah. I could be on the wrong tree, but...
Maybe we should go to the library and do some more research.
I think Narissa will say that she wants to stake out the house, from a distance, not like make it obvious that she's watching, but just try and see if she sees anything. Obviously that means she'll have to be up all night, but
Okay.
I think that's
fine.
where her mind would go.
Give me a perception check for the evening. I'll give you 3 perception checks for the evening.
Can I join the stakeout? I've never been in a stakeout.
Sure.
Oh, wrong character. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So the 2 of you watch the place, and do either of you have dark vision?
I do.
Nope.
But yeah, no one will seemingly come. Well, hold on. Actually, I just realized something here.
I do have dark vision.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, make sure.
I heard you.
Okay.
I bring my gal with me. She has scent.
Yeah, go ahead and give me 3 from the from her as well.
The world's hungriest sidekick. Wow, I can't get a decent... Well, the first one wasn't bad.
Okay. Let me think on this, and we're going to use a short break for me to think on it. We'll be
Okay.
right back. We're back. So, what's up? Good night. I love you. So the party spends a good portion of the evening watching over the house. You'll see nothing come and go. But there is a point where you'll notice, like, as you're leaving, Dubobe is kind of, like, pulling you towards the house. And can I get a? Do you want to move with Debobe, or?
Yeah, I want to go with Debobe.
Can I get a stealth check from anyone that wants to follow Debobe?
Narissa will hang back because she is not inherently stealthy.
Okay.
I
want to clang all the way
I
over
could
there.
have done well here. I just felt like oh, that's too many people, and I don't know. I didn't put together the oh, she sits in his bed, maybe she comes at night thing.
I'm gonna try the stealth.
Yep. Doesn't need to be high. Just needs to be enough. Okay. And Debobe?
Oh shit.
Okay. So between the two of you, you can sneak your way over there.
Okay.
And Debobe will kind of nose at some more fur on the windowsill.
Huh. I'm gonna gather it carefully. I'm gonna try to do that thing. It's the best way to describe it. Where you kind of raise your eye slowly to see if you can see into the room.
Yeah, and as you do that, you feel like for a moment you catch a glance of an eye looking back at you.
Oh shit!
And you can kind of grab the fur and take off.
Okay.
The next morning, the party can meet again.
Okay, I'm going to. Narissa was with me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do not know what that was. It definitely was. Was it a human eye?
You didn't get time to check. You looked over, saw an eye, and then booked.
Yeah, because our cover was blown.
Yes.
I think I blew our cover, but I did gather this fur. There's
Well,
something there for sure.
You're well versed in nature. Does it look similar to the same fur? Is it fox fur?
Does it look red and foxy?
Yeah. Give me another knowledge nature check.
Oh, this could be the moment that I make it. Oh, please.
No.
Oh, for God's sake. No.
What's a fox again?
What does the fox?
I mean, it looks like all the others at least, so it's got to be right. Right?
It matches with all the other furs, whatever mythical animal this is. Fuck, 7, really? Oh, God damn it.
All right. Well, now the party can meet up the next day.
So Narissa's kind of in a bad mood. She's kind of slamming things around, not overly hard, but she's just.
You do that thing where you rip back the chair before you sit, and then you do the hard sit, and maybe your arms hit the table, not in the slamming your arms on the table way, but they just drop on the table, when somebody sets a sack of groceries down on a table.
Yeah.
When I get in there and I see all the emoting, I go, "Oh, we are emoting today," and I loudly slide a chair, as if I'm joining.
Hold on. As you do that, give me a dex check.
Oh, good.
Because there's always that sound that happens when somebody goes to do that.
Oh, hold on. I'm
Go ahead.
on my own. What is that?
No, you do manage to slide it, but it makes that sound as you...
This is not a good idea.
Well, you're not trying to be stealthy there. It's fine.
Shots fired.
So Narissa just kind of is like, "Well, good morning, princesses. I hope you all slept well."
I feel
fine, thanks.
efficiently.
You'll be happy to know that our stakeout was mostly fruitless. It just, I just can't do it all myself, guys.
Give me a fortitude save, by the way, while you're saying this. This is from last night, technically, but...
All right, yeah. Let's see here.
Ooh, okay. So you're still trudging along well enough. You're not tired from this, but you definitely got a lecture from your parents as you stroll in extra late, not having succeeded at another job yet. And so you were up like an extra couple hours on top of what you were already up listening to them tell you about like how much they keep expecting from you and how much you just continue to come up short for them. They would have thought you'd have had this case solved by now.
Jeez, Narissa. For fuck's sake.
I don't mean that at you, Al. I appreciate your contribution. And Debobe, you know, he found more fur, whatever it is.
Oh, no, I was doing your parents.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were responding to my...
No, Al is a happy wanderer. He would prefer to be on the plains, but this is where he's at now.
Did you want me to come? I would have come if you had asked me. I didn't know. I just can't see well in the dark.
I mean, even if you could get closer and see what I can't see, that would be helpful. But
I am good at being stealthy.
How long do we have? Do we have one more day on this?
Yeah, we could shake out again tonight.
Can I get intel checks from the party?
Yes.
Intel or wisdom checks, whichever is higher.
They're the same.
Oh, definitely on the wisdom.
Frey. An idea from the stakeout idea hits you. You could always follow him as well. You had the idea spoken of before, and it kind of hit you like, why didn't we follow up on the idea of following him? What if he does actually detour somewhere different and says he's going to certain places? But if he's really efficient with his time, he might be so efficient he's made extra time out of being able to find shorter routes to get a place. You know, somebody gets used to enough something, they might go, wait, I can go this way, and that'll cut 10 minutes off my time, and then I can use that 10 minutes to go do something else.
We didn't ever check back in on following him idea. He might be stopping somewhere important that we missed.
Well, that would be great. I am not very good at being unnoticed, so I don't know that I could do that, but...
I could do that. I wonder if maybe, dare I say, we want to split up a little bit today? Some people could do some research or talk with Conley, and maybe if anyone else is good at being secretive, they could come with me.
Who's the other good, I don't have any stealth, and the person that has stealth that I have with me is not going to listen to you.
Thanks, DeBowie.
Well, Frey seems very quiet.
Maybe that's stealth.
Unfortunately, I don't possess any other kind of stealth than that.
All right, well, I'll go with you for the stealth. Why don't, maybe we could take this fur and bring it to a taxidermist and see, or a druid?
Wildlife expert.
What's that?
A wildlife expert.
A wildlife expert? You know, like a Jack Hanna?
What time is it? Like, would he already be at work? Would he still be at home?
It depends. If you guys are very early risers, then he would not have set out to work yet.
I prefer to rise with the sun and then go to bed with the sun. But I was up all night staking out.
Yeah, I mean, I probably didn't get very good quality sleep. I doubt that I've gotten very much, to be honest with you, because I was frustrated by the stakeout, frustrated by my parents.
What does that mean? Not early?
No, I mean, that means probably pretty early. I doubt that. I don't think Narissa's gotten a full rest, really. But, I mean, I'm not attempting to stake out. I'm just saying for purposes of determining what time of day.
So I would say those of us who are going to stake out, we can go by the house and see if we can, you know, if he hasn't left for work yet. follow
Okay.
him to work and then hang around work.
Sounds good to me. I'm about that life.
And the rest of you, for the remainder of the day, what do you want to do?
I do want to follow up on getting the fur analyzed, but
Okay.
before Eli and Al leave, I will just tell them, if he sees you, just tell him that you're following him for his protection to try and make sure that nobody assassinates him.
That's a good
We
idea.
are, as I heard someone say down at the port, we are avoiding skullduggery. Is there a port in this town? Did I just make
There
a full
is.
top?
Nope, there's a very big port.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Are either one of you proficient at lying or bluffing?
I mean, not great, but I have some ability.
Okay. So if you get
I'd like
caught,
to think we are protecting him from being assassinated, so I'm going with that.
true. But if you get caught, let Eli do the talking.
Easy enough.
Yeah. So the two of you can head off. And then the other two is it the other two of you?
Yes.
Nerissa, you are there in the room with Frey.
Yes. So I actually would, after they leave, I'll look at Frey and I'll just say, "What's going on with you?"
I know I was quiet yesterday and I shouldn't have, I didn't know how to start a conversation. I'm sorry.
It's okay if you don't know how to do something, but I don't mean to be upset. I'm very tired from last night, but I don't know. Would you prefer if I took the lead? I know you're supposed to be our leader, but maybe if we just had a clear, someone to do the talking.
I mean, you seem to basically be doing it already. I don't know how Ryan feels about officially giving you the title.
Well,
I wouldn't want to upset her, but
it doesn't have to be official or anything, at least not yet, but I just think, we need to figure out how to work together and play to our strengths.
yeah. And I'll try playing better tomorrow.
Well, I don't want you to feel like I'm angry at you or picking on you. I'm just very frustrated with all of this, and I just want us to succeed.
Agreed.
If I might offer,
You're not there.
Angry journaling.
You're not there.
Deal with that frustration.
You're not there.
I'm making a joke.
You're
making
not.
a rant.
I get it, but I'm just making sure. And you weren't saying that you were hearing me, so.
Yeah. So can we get some street food while we're out? Because we didn't eat.
You can grab some food on the way to the stakeout, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess after that, Narissa would just say, would just try to confer with Frey as to where we're gonna go for the fur.
So Frey actually has a place.
Oh.
The
got it on speed dial.
No, so within the ministry, they have a number of analytical tools to identify various types of things. And so Frey can reveal to you this resource.
Yeah.
I definitely did not forget about.
But we'll get back to that. I want to see if the party can manage to follow Phineas in the morning. So can I get 3 stealth checks and 3 perception checks?
Oh, this is just dynamite. 3 stealth and 3.
Yes.
Yes. Oh god.
I was just finishing notes.
Any particular order?
Nope. Those are amazing stealth checks from Eli.
I'm not sure how many of my
Also,
stuff.
You're good.
what phase of the moon is it?
It is right now. Hold on one sec. 1, 2, 3. It is officially the start of the. It is the start of the full moon phase.
Okay, so I have +4 on those also.
Yes. Okay.
I need to do both or just one?
No, you're good.
Okay.
And then he, for that would match. During about the second leg of the journey, he will seem to glance backwards, and then start walking towards Al.
Phineas, what
Yeah.
you gonna do, Al?
Hey, we are supposed to be. I'm gonna try to pretend like I'm quiet. We are trailing you to see if we can catch somebody in the act of perfidy. You're not supposed to be breaking this.
Give me a bluff check.
Oh, this is gonna be good. The guy
Yeah,
with
this is where I was supposed to speak. I
Yep.
didn't know how close together we were.
It doesn't matter. You should have come out. But
Thanks.
see how this goes. That was just Debobe. Please do it as yourself.
Oh shit!
It's a good use of a bad roll, though.
We all knew that was gonna happen eventually. So Debobe comes out.
Debobe.
What is going on here? Stop that with that animal. Okay.
Debobe does not appear convincing.
And rightly so. She is a liar.
Well, I didn't know if he was going to try and hide. So I didn't
thought we
wanna...
were gonna act like we were.
You'd
just
already
rolling-
stealthed. So.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
God! I hit the conditions button. Come on, get it together, Charles. I'm nervous.
After he gives his bluff, you can give me another bluff as well. So you can come out with a bluff as well.
Now that you've already shamed me for not speaking up in the first place. Okay.
So yeah, so Al
Look at those
starts
bluffs. Yeah.
giving him this story, and at first he's kind of like, I don't know. And then you kind of step out and reassure him like, no, we're really like concerned with your safety. We want to make sure that, this is happening. You said it's important. If they have somebody else do it in the streets, that would be like the perfect way to get you, right? So if we follow you, then no one's gonna jump you in the streets because we'll be able to stop it before it happens. And he kind of
You
like,
should have made me come up with this speech.
yeah, I don't know if you would have.
Gee, thanks. Fuck you.
Just being fun. That was it.
Okay. So he's gonna go about his day.
Yeah, so he will continue on. You'll notice that he takes a course that walks him like by this park, and he'll kind of just look over the park for a moment. He'll like stop there and just kind of pause and look over the park for a little bit. Give me a perception check to see what he's looking at. Because the first set of checks was to keep an eye on him. Yeah. Eli, you can very clearly see that he is looking at a very young woman who is leaned up against a tree, who like very softly kind of and coyly does a little wave to him that he doesn't seem to reply to, but then he will eventually continue on his way.
What's his what does she look like?
She is a long sort of, it has this sort of gold to it, but it's really more of a coppery tone in the light that you're seeing them in now. There seems to be something, though, because the way the light hits at different angles, like you'll notice that she's kind of standing like again or leaned against the tree, and the light is hitting her hair in different ways. You notice the hair looks a different color based on how the light is hitting her hair. So it's more of like
But it is long hair.
It is long hair, golden in some spots, copper in others.
Can I tell what the eyes look like? What color they are?
Her eyes are, from this distance, no. Hair is much easier to tell than eyes.
What race is she?
Ooh, give me a knowledge history check.
I don't have that.
Okay. Then you're not good at genealogy. Or, etymology, right? Entomology?
That's words.
Okay. And then it's entomology. I was good.
Bugs.
No, what's the one? I thought it was...
Etymology is words, entomology is bugs.
What's the one that is the study of like...
Ancestry?
Yes.
Genealogy is
Okay,
the study of
so-
family history.
All right. Well, that's not really what it's going... No, it's the study of, like, various traits and how they were passed on generationally. I didn't think that's part of genealogy. That's part of...
Genetics?
Genetics.
No, it's not really... All right. It's not... Okay.
How about entomology, the study of cake?
Anyway. Anyway, I'm just wrong all over the place here. But yeah, you can't quite determine.
Okay, what happens next?
Do you point her out to me?
I want to keep quiet, so I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
If you
Fair
don't
enough.
see it.
No, I don't see it.
You can follow him the rest of the way home.
Oh, I thought.
Or I'm sorry, not
following
home, to his work.
Okay.
Let's jump to Narissa and Frey, who arrive at the ministry office, and head over to the it's a sort of forensics department. They use a series of arcana tech to identify various things, various substances, various like furs, hair, skin, and they can get a lot of details from them. There are spells that allow many of the same things, and you know that many of these things are sort of derivatives of the spells in various different ways that they work, and blendings of other spells to make them work, Frey. As you step in, there is a somewhat old goblin man who comes up to you. Yes, what do you have for me?
Yes, we have a sample of some hair to be analyzed.
Oh, let's see it.
I'll hand him the sample.
He'll take one of them and lick it. Strange. Where'd you find it?
On a windowsill?
On a windowsill. That explains the woodsy taste. Maybe. All right. Well, let's get over the analyzer. What do you think it to be?
Well, we were thinking some sort of fox, but we're not entirely sure.
Tastes too arcane for that. Foxes don't usually taste like magic.
Ooh.
Well, let's see here. Let's get a little bit of a breakdown, shall we?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
He will proceed to run the device.
Doing some DNA sequencing.
Oh God. Horrible there. Strange. Machine comes back with mixed results. It gets essence of wood, essence of magic, and essence of... I can't get the last one. It's a little mixed. Do you have maybe a cleaner sample? Maybe because I licked it.
Well, we do have this hair here that was found in the same general area, but in a drawer.
He'll put the other one aside and snatch up that one and put it on there. Oh my God. This one must be a little old. How long has it been there? I'm getting a lot of clothing, a lot of fabrics. You said it was in a drawer?
Yes.
Metal. Is there something metal near it? It's got ferrous compounds in it.
There is a bolt.
Yes, okay. Any others?
Well, this one's not, I would say, clean. It was found in some dirt in the floor.
He'll take that one and put it on there.
Has dude done this before? Like,
The machine is incredibly sensitive, so it will over-detect certain things, and some layers of things will overlap. But he also trusts his taste more than he trusts the machine, because he's been doing this for much longer than the machine has been here. And he'll come back with, fecal matter, yes. Dirt, and Fey, yes.
Hey.
Fey. As well as what looks to be some sort of animal, likely in the lupin category, so you might be right on fox, but not quite fox. It is animal-esque, but more wood. The wood is much stronger. Definitely getting wood and Fey. I'm assuming it's not comprised of fecal matter itself. I'm assuming that probably comes from whatever the dirt was.
Probably. Well, this is a twist. I don't know much about the Fae.
Oh,
God, it's so fucking. Oh my God, this is strictly like out of the Fate playbook.
they are
Damn.
wildly annoying creatures. They do whatever they please whenever they please. They are quite random and often keep deep to the woods. Where would you have gotten this from? There shouldn't be a Fae anywhere near here. The Accords say they're not allowed any further.
Well, unfortunately, this is pertaining to an ongoing case, so I can't discuss the where that we got it from, but this does give us something to go on.
Well, I won't ask any further questions.
I appreciate all your help today.
Yeah, he'll scoop up all the hair and drop it back in your hands.
Thank you. And yeah, I guess I'll, after we walk outside the door, I'll look at Frey and say, I guess we're hitting the library?
Seems like a good plan to me.
Your trip to the library will not lead to any results. As out of character, I think you would know, Jess, there is no fan literature to be found.
Right.
There's no what? Fae
There's no
literature?
fan literature. You can't find anything that talks about
Oh yeah, they don't
about
write
Fae.
shit down, right? Yeah.
Well, not to mention society, for some reason, has not got any notes on Fae. But you do know where your other party members are supposed to be waiting, so you can meet up with them.
That's probably our next step if we don't find anything on the
Yeah,
Fae.
you can spend a couple
I'm gonna
hours
be
there,
so
find
stealthy,
nothing
you're
on
gonna have
that.
to try and find me.
Yeah, I just could say our stealth rolls were not that great. I think you would accidentally bump
Mine
into
were
us.
great.
No, Al's were terrible though.
Yeah.
That 1
They were
3
not
and that
good.
1 5.
I cast Greater Lowjack on you guys before you left.
But yeah, the two of you can easily find Al hanging out. But Eli is nowhere to be seen.
I'm going to say we should not trust me to stealth. This did not go well.
Did you at least let Eli do the talking?
To a fashion?
I see. And privately, Narissa's like, I get why my parents don't like me using these qualifying statements now. Well, we've gotten I would say a pretty big breakthrough.
I'm just listening in, but being stealthy.
Oh, and what is the breakthrough?
I would rather not discuss it here. I think we need to discuss it back at our meeting room and discuss what our next steps are going to be.
Okay.
I will come out of
Caught
hiding
peanut
and
butter
say,
cookies so bad, and I blame that person for that. And she knows which.
I would like to continue tracking him. It's possible he might leave for a meal or something, so I don't really want to leave the area right now.
Is there anybody else that could be an asset in the stealth department, or are you like our stealth person?
He is our stealth. Yeah.
He is our stealth person. Well, you is.
Narissa's not stealthy at all, and Frey said they weren't either. So.
Well,
all right.
One thing you do know is you still have a few hours before he comes out of work. You have seen the time
he
that he comes
might
out of
go
work.
to lunch or go to do an errand or something.
You're past lunchtime. You've been waiting past lunchtime, and you've been told he doesn't really leave for lunch, nor does he leave for errands. So, I mean, you're welcome to sit. I'm just letting you know what you would know as a character if that changes your mind about it.
I guess I would go, but just want to be back, at least 30 minutes before he usually leaves.
Do we?
So I think his boss said
another quick and
so
important
last
thing to
time.
point out, just in case you aren't aware. Scrying is illegal. All forms of things that are scrying adjacent are illegal.
Is staking out scrying adjacent?
No, staking out is not. So, like, if you're trying to find out something about somebody, you have to do a lot more manual legwork.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot use like overt spells in order to get that information. So I don't know if that's what's stopping you from being willing to talk in, like, finding a area where you can talk privately. That you're worried about that, or if it's just the nature of the case. I'm just letting you know that, like, that's something you don't have to be concerned about, is somebody scrying on you.
I think Narissa's just...
Oh, go ahead. My apologies.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think Narissa is just wanting to make sure that there is absolutely no way they're overheard or tip off what she's putting
I get
together.
being overly paranoid. I'm just making... I don't think I made that clear in the beginning of the game, and that is an important thing about this world to make sure you guys are aware of.
I think we can just go over to the park and be nonchalant. Most people are going to give us this is Al's opinion, strictly. Most people are going to give us a wide berth because we're the popo.
Well, Narissa will definitely decline your suggestion of the park. She's like, no, we need to go to the meeting room.
Well, let's be quick about it.
Okay.
We can do that.
You all can rush over there. And what details do you want to share?
So we had the fur analyzed, and it came back wood, and also fey. And I'll kind of pause to see if there's like any reaction. I don't, she doesn't know like if Al knows anything about him since he's kind of lived in the wild.
Yeah, Al, here you can give me a knowledge nature.
Hey! And they've been going so well so far that I have faith that this will be the moment that a knowledge nature gets over an 8.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey!
When it
So-
counts.
Finally.
You have experienced not a fey with this particular trait, but you do know that, like, when you encounter fey, it's always a problem. They're either stealing something or luring people away from their work to like do other things and to waste their time, or to like they're occasionally like pulling pranks on people. They tend not to be the most sincere and helpful people. In fact, they tend to be quite the inverse. The winds kind of determine what Fae will be like at the time you encounter them.
They are very tricky and very undependable.
Well,
Who knows what reason they could be doing anything. They could be luring him and tricking him just because they think it is funny.
from what we gathered, it is illegal for them to even be operating in the city. So I don't know the extent to what this phase plan is, but it's clear that, at least to me, it seems that this change in his personality has to do with this Fey creature that obviously is around his residence. We've seen fur in his room directly. We've seen fur on the windowsill. And I think we should go to Rhyme and basically let her know that there's Fey interference in this.
And do you agree, Frey? Okay. I forgot your character's name, Whitney. Shit.
Eli.
Eli, do you think it would be best if we did this while you continued your stakeout?
You could try.
All right, let's go and see the Ancient Mariner then.
Yeah, you can. Eli can head back to the stakeout, and the three of you can head to see Rhyme. Rhyme is rather busy, so she doesn't have more than a couple of minutes, but she will fit you in.
All right, who's going to be our speaker here? Because I am middling charisma.
It's I will speak.
You
Okay,
all
thank you.
come in. I assume this is good news, yes?
It is news. I don't think it is good in nature. We have found evidence of the involvement of some sort of Feyan creature that seems to coincide with the change in Phineas's attitude.
And you've managed to capture it?
Not yet.
We cannot have an errant Fey running around here. We need to know where it is.
I will. We have one of our members staking out Phineas to see if Phineas can lead us to the creature. However, Phineas believes that his guardians are trying to kill him and that his attorney is in on it.
Well, if there's Fey magic involved, then he's likely not of his own mind often enough to be putting pieces together correctly. Fey often tend to play around with the minds of others, either by using emotions or perhaps using some of their deep internal powers. Dangerous things they are, and they could be here for any reason. Fey don't always work together as a group, so we may make rules against Fey and society's interference, but that doesn't stop a few rogue and errant individuals. Best if we can pick them up and then bring them back to the Empire and let them be the judge of what should be done about it. That is the arrangement we have.
Okay, so we should attempt to capture.
Yes.
We will do that. We wanted to keep you apprised of the details.
I trust that you'll just get the job done, so...
We will. Thank you for seeing us.
Thank you.
Shoot.
Okay.
So, I guess our next step would be to catch up with Eli.
Yeah, you can find... Well, you can get there, and I need perception checks versus a stealth check from everyone.
Yeah, I don't really need you guys coming back and, like, messing up the stealth.
So are we going back, or?
Yeah.
Oh! Shit, that's a 38. I don't think any of you can get that. Eli is nowhere to be found. You're not even sure Eli came out here.
Eli who?
Here.
At least we know he's good.
That's pretty impressive. We can't find Eli anywhere on this plane.
I will say to Al, have you noticed anything unusual about Phineas's routine? Is this only happening at night?
Well, if Phineas is stopping in the, taking a route where he passes a park, where he is bumping into a person. Well, was I told that? Because I don't want to
You didn't see what he was looking at,
no.
but Eli,
Really,
I need
yeah.
a perception check from you as well.
No, I don't know nothing.
Okay. And Eli, you begin following after Phineas while the party is having a conversation. I have rolled your perception checks in secret, so I figured I would give Eli's in public, though, so you all know what's happening.
I am as useless as teats on a bull.
Yeah, but I did not tell anyone about the woman in the park yet.
Yep.
Do
Eli,
we? Oh, sorry.
do you what?
I was gonna say, do we even notice Phineas leaving, or?
That was why I rolled the perceptions. You guys do
gotcha.
not notice Phineas leaving.
Okay.
Yep. I wanted to make sure that all of you failed before I gave Eli his perception. Eli, you follow him, and as before, he makes a trek over to the park. And this time he wanders into the park and straight over to the same tree.
Is the person there?
She is.
Okay, I will watch.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a conversation back and forth. She spends a bit of time like playing with his clothes and making him look a little bit nicer in what she does, and you can see him kind of stand up a little more proud.
So they're kind of flirty.
A little bit.
Am I close enough to hear? Can I be close enough to hear what they're saying?
Give me another stealth check and a perception if you want to be. Yeah, she is talking very sweet things to him, telling him how much she's worried about him, but she's so happy that he can be there to help her, and that she can be there to help him. He just goes on for a few moments about how happy he is to have her appear in his life, and how he's really just never felt like anyone ever really got him until now. And it's so nice to have somebody that just really gets him. And after a little bit, he'll start to walk away. And
Himself.
do you have any ranks in spellcraft?
Oh, I don't think so. Let me double check. No.
You watch her do like a weird wave of her hands as he walks away. And then you can follow him the rest of the way, and he'll head straight to the treatment center.
Okay. I will stake out there.
Yep. You can wait there for a little while, and then you'll notice though, like, if I remember correctly from what had happened, you guys followed him part of the way, and then lost track of him when he left the treatment center and came back home. So you'll notice that this time he's definitely gone a different route. The last time you followed him, he took one route. This time he took a different route, and then there's like an alleyway that he walks through to get to the treatment center this time. So this is he's clearly not taking the same path every time. And you can wait for him and follow him out of the treatment center. But he will take the same path home.
There for?
He is there for about a little over an hour. And then he'll take the same path home.
Okay.
But yeah, going back to the rest of the party, waiting outside of the business. Eli never appears. And you know it's way past the time that Phineas should have come out.
Yeah. Well, knowing that, I guess we would just try and go to the next place we know Phineas will be.
Yeah. Yeah, that stealth check you guys might be able to get. So give me... No, you can't get that stealth check either. Because that's a 26, and I think the highest you guys have is +5, right?
Yeah.
So you won't see Eli when you get there either. But you can wait it out and give me perception checks there, because you might see Phineas as he leaves. Al? Charles?
Uh-oh. Is he asleep? Charles, are you there?
I drifted off. Sorry, guys. What happened?
Sorry, one more perception check from you.
Okay.
At the treatment center to see if you can see.
All right, finally, the place I trust the least.
Ooh, Al will spot Phineas as he is leaving. And Frey will confirm that it's him.
Okay.
But he will spot the three of you as he comes out. So I guess instead of Eli following him home, Eli, you'll notice that he walks up to the three of them.
I'll still stay out of the way.
What are you all doing here?
Knowingly? Like this is part of the drill?
Oh, we're here for your safety.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realize you'd be following me the whole day. I didn't realize I was getting a private security detail.
Well, you know, with what you told us yesterday, we just want to make sure that everything, you know, is okay while you get your evidence.
It just seems strange, but fair enough.
He motions to his legs and goes, "We are big on the leg work."
Yeah, but then he'll head home after that.
When we're at his house, I will make myself visible to them.
Yeah, Eli pops out of some bushes.
Yeah, we'll all be like, "Wow!"
Hey there.
Where have you been?
I've been around.
Well,
so can we talk here, or are you going to make us go back to the meeting room?
I don't think I've made you do anything. I'm trying to be cautious.
Oh, you're talking. I thought you meant Phineas. I don't know why I thought.
He's inside.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I want to be, so I have visibility to his bedroom window.
Well, you'd have to move to do that, so you won't be able to talk to the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I can either give you updates, but I want to keep an eye on his bedroom window in case his friend comes.
What friend?
Remember the blonde one that he told us about?
Yeah.
Sitting on the bed? I think it looked like that same one, potentially, that he stopped by both in the morning and the afternoon on his way to and from work and saw them in the park. And they were very flirty, and they did some like wave of their hand as he was leaving. I didn't know if that meant anything, but it seemed a little odd.
So Al, you know that Fae have magic, and it is suspect that they did a wave of their hand as they were walking away, as Fae are known to not use their magic while people can see them using it.
It could be some kind of Fae magic trickery.
How do I know if they're Fae?
We know that they're Fae. The hair. We analyzed the hair. It's a Fae.
Huh. But do we know it's this lover's hair? I mean, their hair looked blonde, but then it looked copper. Like, it kind of was different in different lights.
Regardless of that,
plus I thought the hair was more like fur.
Well,
and their hair looked like hair.
We tested all three samples. All three samples were the same, and they pointed to a Fae interference.
What else is leaving fox fur everywhere? Considering there are clearly no foxes.
Why would this person be leaving fox hair everywhere?
Because they're a Fae that can shape change into fox.
That's our best guess, but we have a mandate to capture this Fae and bring them in, and that's what we need to do.
Why do we need to capture them?
Because there should not be any Fae in this city. We have to turn them over to the Empire
Well, that seems mean.
Well, the Fae is behind this sudden change in Phineas. The Fae is the one that's driven him to suspect his guardians.
So here's the thing. In my land, Fae are tricksters and capricious. That's probably the wrong word to use for this character. Tricksters and undependable. And, if we are expected to turn over Fae, I believe it is what we should do.
Phineas said he's never been happier or felt more understood than by this person.
Obviously, this person is using some sort of mind trick on him.
And Cercel.
Think about what we've learned. He had an abrupt personality change just a couple of weeks ago, and even the person at the treatment center said it was like when people fall in love. But in this case, it seems like there's some kind of trick being played on Phineas, and it's going to ruin his whole life.
Is there a way to find out if there's magic that was cast on him?
He'd have to consent to you allowing for that check. But
yeah,
yes.
because that's a total. Yeah.
Would one of us be able to do that if he consented?
If one of you had detect magic, you could see lingering auras on him.
Does one of us have detect magic?
I have no magic.
Frey said she did, or they did. Up to you. Do you want to confront him, or wait till this evening? What is the plan?
I just want to keep an eye for now.
Regardless of that, it's our duty to bring this Fae in. They're not supposed to be here.
Will you know they're Fae if you see them?
If I see someone with golden hair that fits the description, then yes.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Do we know where Phineas is meeting this person at?
Well, you know that somebody comes to his room nightly, and that he's been meeting with somebody in the park. That they are allegedly the same person.
Yeah. So we need to investigate both times. Everybody's trying to get a piece of this cat. Fae, cultists, mom and dad. This guy's got a tough one. What do you think, team?
Well, we can either see if the Fae appears tonight, or we can get some rest and wait out the Fae in the park.
I want to stake out tonight and see if they get any info.
If I have Debobe, I read the scent entry and didn't quite feel it was clear. If I give Debobe the scent, couldn't she pick up the scent in the park?
Theoretically, yes. It gives you the ability to be able to do that, but it's not an automatic thing. It's still the survival check.
Okay. Let's try that out and see if we find anything in the park.
Right now, or are you going? So would all of you go, or
I'd like
would?
to do it now. I'd like to do it now.
I'm staying.
Okay. All right. So the other three of you can head to the park if that's what you're doing, or is it just Al?
I think that I will wait with Eli. A little bit farther back again. I'm not as stealthy, and I don't trust my ability to get up close, but at least so that if something happens to Eli, that he has backup.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you come with me and you can help me with diversions or something?
Frey agreed to go with you. But Eli wants to stay here.
I heard of this thing that lives in caves in a town.
The two of you can head off to the park and give me a survival check from Debobe.
I got a 14.
Debobe finds that that scent is not here, but can follow it.
Oh. Wow.
And we will find out the results of the following and the stakeout next week. No, I'm
Not
sorry.
next week.
Not next week. Not the
for,
week
like,
after
3
that.
weeks.
We will find out on April 10th the results. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night.